Hello, hello, good morning. Man, I ain't been on here in a minute, have I? Haven't been on here in a minute. Figure I'll hop on here and see if we can think of something fun to talk about. Here in Vegas, it is just a little bit before 8 a.m. So usually when I get on here and do this, it's much, much earlier. But I figured we can still get a couple of people up on here. Probably won't be very long, though. Probably be on here for about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. Good morning, y'all. How you doing? It's been some months since I've been on here, hadn't it? Actually, let me see. This was kind of a random spur of the moment. Let me just see how long it's been. It's hard to say. Hang on. There it is. I want to see how long it's been since I've been on here. It's been a couple of months, about a month, a little over a month. Anyway, let me plug my phone up. What y'all up to, man? What y'all up to? This is my little morning routine. I'm here in the man cave. This is my office. Here in the man cave. Oh man, we got UK in the house. Right on. No, I just haven't got on here. Ain't nobody missing them. I just haven't been on here. My morning routine is I wake up around 6 a.m. somewhere in there, 6:30 a.m. and I just come here and I wake up. I have my me time to myself, waking up in the morning for about 2 hours. About 2 hours. While I just sit on the couch over here and play with my phone all by myself. All by myself. This is the one period in time throughout the day that I get my me time. You know, it's important. You got to get that me time in. Got to get that me time in. Anyway, anywho, what y'all up to? Trace is feeling bummed. That's no good. Coffee here in New York. Actually, I didn't get coffee. I got this is my new favorite. I don't really people call these energy drinks, but I don't really call it an energy drink. It's like got the electrolytes, BCAA aminos, and it's got some caffeine in it, but fucking orange dreamsicle, dude. You see these in the stores? When these first came out, they were nasty. I tried one and I was like, that is nasty. And that was like a year ago. And then they've come out with some new flavors. And then they got this orange dreamsicle. You know those orange popsicles from back in the 90s that had that white cream in the middle of it? Tastes just like it, dude. So I don't have coffee this morning, but anywho. My health journey is doing good. My health journey is doing good. I'm in some pretty good shape. Me and Leah have a gym routine together now. So now my workout routine's changed a little bit. So I no longer have a personal trainer, but we do have a gym routine. I've pretty much kept my same routine. It's just that we go to the gym down the street now. We go to the gym down the street. And I got pretty much the same routine. I do push on Mondays, pull on Tuesday, and then either Wednesday or Thursday is our rest day. I think Thursday is our rest day. And on Wednesday, I just do like biceps and shoulders. And then rest day on Thursday. And then Friday, I do legs. I just kept my same routine, just in a different gym now. Making progress, making progress. The progress, man, on the health and fitness, it's real slow. So, like, it's been 2 years now. In July, it's been 2 years. And now my body, I can like finally say for sure that my body is programmed to do this. It took me a while, dude. I'm not going to lie. That first year and the second year was rough too. But the first year of the fitness journey, oh, you don't know how miserable it was, dude. It was so miserable to start out like as out of shape and fat as I was. like basically like at the very rock bottom of the mountain. That was rough. That was rough. But I just kept telling myself, oh well, it is what it is then, because this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my new norm. This is going to be a new part of my routine, period. And it took, of all the transformations that I've gone through, that was probably the hardest one. I will have to admit, like people say, like, oh, well, you've been through worse than that. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's just, I guess it's different for everybody. I'm the type that I'm not really big on physical pain, So people say, yeah, but you've been homeless, you've been through this and through that. And I'm like, man, making myself work out was probably the most painful thing I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably, of all the things that I've been through, getting my body accustomed to heavy labor it's a mindset. That's the thing. You always hear that, but I never understood it. It's in your mind. It's in here, because I've had physically intense labor jobs before, but my mindset about it was wrong. Like the mentality that I always had was like, I'm doing something bad. I'm hurting myself. I want to get as far away from pain and into comfort as I possibly can. And it took me about a year to reverse that mentality, to reverse it and actually comprehend that no, the goal is not to escape pain and find as much comfort as you can. The goal is to transcend pain and suffering. It took me forever to switch my mindset on that, but man, you stay consistent with anything, eventually, it'll just become the new you. And now it's the new me, So yeah, that's nothing much has changed around here since I used to get on here every morning, honestly. Not really. We still got the same routine, workout. Actually, well, it's different now because Leah does it with me. She wasn't doing it with me for the first year and a half. And now for the past couple of months, now she does it with me. We go together. So anywho, what y'all up to? Y'all got anything good going on today? It's Sunday, man. Sundays are kind of like that day where I don't know how to explain it. It's just that day of like, okay, let's get this day out of the way so we can get the week started. I love starting a new week. Plus the kids go back to school. Is that next week or the week after? Man, this summer done flew by. I don't know where the hell the summer went. Never felt so better. That's good. That's good. Lazy Sunday. Yeah, man. Probably here too. I don't know. Hang on. Let me see my reading times. Ooh, I got a pretty decent stack of them here. Holy shit. I didn't even know that. Ooh. Okay, well, I got, well, now, never mind. I'm probably going to be working all day, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 readings to do, so. Okay, well, maybe it might not be so boring for me. I'm probably just going to be sitting here and like every day. See, I don't keep track of it when it comes in. I don't keep track of it because Leah is the one that runs the business. And my business is an LLC now. I don't know if there's a lot. Well, maybe a lot has changed since I've been on here. My business is an LLC now. Me and Leah are married now. That's another thing. We've done got married since the last time I talked on here. And yeah, so I don't keep track. I don't she's the manager. She's the one that built and she's the one that runs the whole business. She built it, she runs it, so I don't keep track of that shit when it comes in, because I have no idea. She has her office downstairs where she runs everything. She keeps track of everything. She prints it out. She does the schedule. That's all her, That's why that's another reason why I'm so blessed, dude. I wouldn't be able to do all that. There is no way. There is no way. I am too scatterbrained. I'm too much of an airhead, you know. I'm not very organized. I'm really not. I'm really not. I turn the camera on and run my mouth. I'm good at doing that. But when it comes to keeping myself organized and all this, everything you see in my life, that's all her, dude. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. Now, I actually don't listen to anything when I'm running. I don't listen to anything. I don't wear no earbuds. When I'm running, I just run. I kind of motivate myself, you know. I motivate myself. That's what everybody. I mean, I've heard people ask me that before, you know. And Leah always listens to earbuds and shit. I don't listen to anything. I don't. I mean, and I don't do that on purpose. Like, I just never really thought to put earbuds in and listen to music while I'm working out. Didn't really. I kind of like. I think it would distract me. Now I do, as a matter of fact, when I'm running here at the house down on the Peloton. Like if I want to get a little run in, I put on like an audiobook. You know, there's this audiobook I'm listening to, but typically I don't really listen to music. It's weird being a musician. I'm not really into music. I'm really not. Like even when I get in my car and I'm driving to the store, whatever random ass music is playing, I'm not paying attention to it. It's just a silence filler, you know? So anyway. Anywho. Oh. So gonna be a boring Sunday. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just get me a run in. I didn't do anything yesterday. And this is the crazy part about it too. This is the crazy part about it. Now that I'm 2 years into it, I can tell when my body is craving it. I can tell when I'm craving it, you know? I go a day, 2 days, I start, and it's so weird too. It's like these withdrawals. As strange as and it's still hard for me to wrap my mind around how this works, that I'll start getting like kind of groggy and like sleepy and tired. And my vibe is just like low. And I'm like, ugh, and I just want to lay down and take a nap. And then, man, I go run. I go on a run, like a good little 2-3 mile run, something like that. And then that like wakes me up for the rest of the day. You know, it's weird. Hang on, I'm gonna hit the lights here. Hold up. Oh, I got new lights here in the studio. Got me a nice set of lights there. I control with an app on my phone. There we go. Check this out. Hold up. I got they're like Bluetooth lights. Hang on. See, they change different colors and shit, man. It's fucking awesome. All right, let's see. Whoa, that's bright. Hang on. Ah, see, look, there's red. Hold on. See, red, blue, green, and I control it on my phone. Isn't that cool as hell? It's badass, dude. I hope I don't mess it up. Now I got to switch it back. How do I switch it back? Oh shit! I messed up. Okay, there we go. Cool. Scene in the world. Sorry, I'm playing. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone now. Anyway, what y'all up to, man? Oh, you like hearing Leah's journey? Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you what. Her thing is she comes from a real fit family. You know, like on her dad's side, people are very fit. She's got like a cousin. She's got family who are like on these reality shows and shit. You know, like that. What's it called? The Hills. Have you ever watched that? Her cousin and I think her aunt are on that show. Like her first cousin, like it's literally her first cousin is on the hills and has been for, and they're real into fitness and health and stuff like that. And so she can just go to the gym. She'd get out of shape, and then she goes to the gym. And after like 2 weeks, she's already like, her body is like starting to change and you could see the progress. And I'm like, damn, you lucky ass. Man, it took me forever and ever to be able to like push myself and get my body programmed to do what I want it to do. So she's a little firecracker though, man. She's a little firecracker. Took me forever. Of course, like I said, though, I was so out of shape. The only thing I've ever done my whole life that involves like hard work are like these hard labor jobs that I hated. So I didn't have the mentality that, yeah, I'm getting a good workout in. I didn't understand that you want to like push yourself to that point where your muscles are breaking down and keep going. I didn't understand that. I get it now. But anyway, I'm babbling. I'm rambling. Tried Blue Room. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Probably not. Is it something here in Vegas? We've done so much shit here in Vegas. We're talking about moving too, because our lease is up in April. So talk about moving to Utah. Probably gonna move to Utah. Get the hell up out of Vegas, man. I like it here. The more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I think I'd like to get out of the hustle bustle of the city, think I'd kind of like to. It's just so crowded here, dude. I'm getting used to it, but that's the only thing that it's just so damn crowded. Like it's so like Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. You go out and you drive around and it's like rush hour traffic in a regular town, It's just, I don't know. We're thinking about moving. So there's nothing written in stone yet. We are going to be going on a little road trip here. Actually, we might do that today, I think she said. Let me take a look at my times here for my readings. Hold on. 1:30, 6, 9. Okay. So I would really technically, all these are like came in see, here's the thing too. If you order a reading at the right time, you'll get it early. You'll get it early. Like if you order it like super, super early in the morning, then I'll do it the night before, So where like if you get like a 48-hour reading and you ordered it like 6 a.m., you'll get it in less than 48 hours because I'll do it the night before, So anyway, so I technically only have to do about 4 of them. And then we might be going on it's just a couple hours away, just a little couple hours away up in Utah, and take a look at the town that we're thinking about moving to. Thinking about it. Nothing's written in stone, So, anywho. How do you push through life? You just push through it. There's no easy way to do it. You just push through it. Whoever that is that asked that, you just push through it. And force yourself. The success mentality is I am willing to die. That's the success mentality. I'm willing to die trying. Doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. Doesn't matter if you're doing fitness. Doesn't matter if you're building a business. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I am so sick of being where I am that I am willing to die trying to get out of it. As soon as you get that mentality, ain't nothing stopping you. And I am like that straight up. I would, and I remember I was thinking that when I very first got onto my path, like I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here at rock bottom. I'm either going to get to the top of the mountain or I will die climbing the fucking thing. And that's all 100% serious. There is no, see, everybody's always looking for this like magic easy, quick and easy. Everybody always wants quick and easy, quick and easy. And no. Ain't nothing quick and nothing easy. There will be pain. There will be suffering. There will be misery. There will. And your ability to push through that, that's what, you know what I mean? That's where your ability, and the thing about it is, though, it's all due to programming. We have been so programmed for so many decades to search for comfort. And it was done on purpose. That's the reason why so many people can't really seem to find the motivation, because we're so programmed for pleasure and comfort. And boy, I'm gonna tell you what, if you really want to accomplish what you want to accomplish, ain't gonna be no pleasure and no comfort. How long can you put yourself through pain and suffering? That's really the answer to it. And that's the answer to this whole fucking human game. Once you understand that, that's when this whole life and this whole human game starts making more sense. That's when it all starts making sense. It's like, oh, I get it. Now I'm not a long-term human. Don't really particularly care for this game. Not really. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to learn how to play it to the best of my ability while I'm here. You see too many star seeds that just lay around and boo-hoo, all this, fuck the human game, it's so hard, boo-hoo. Well, that's not how I'm spending my experience here. Nope. And that's the whole point of the human game. The whole point of the human game is to become comfortable, uncomfortable. That's the whole point of the game. I can remember literally when I was 6, 7 years old, like consciously thinking to myself, this body hurts. I would look around at everybody and they don't look like they're hurting in their body. Why does this thing hurt so bad? These are conscious thoughts I'm having to myself as a kid. Like something is always uncomfortable. I feel jammed, crammed into this body, and something always hurts. And I was constantly looking around at everybody like, how is everybody so comfortable? Like it doesn't look like it's bothering anybody else. What's wrong with me? And the whole human experience is built around discomfort. That's it. That's the key to the game right there, man. I'm telling you. There is no magic pill or magic switch you can flip that makes everything happen easy. There is not. Becoming comfortable, uncomfortable. I'm telling you, that is the whole key to the game. It's very simple. Very simple. How much discomfort can you put yourself through? Because that's the whole key to the game, dude. And once I learned that, shit. I just learned that within the past 2 or 3 years. And once I learned that, it's not that I'm not going to say it made it easier, because it's not easier. But when you understand something, if you want to call that easier, when you understand something, when you understand the point of the game, when you finally comprehend exactly how the game works, it makes it, in a way, easier. Even though I know that sounds like real paradoxical, but there's no other word for it. So that makes sense. Smoother. There you go. Smoother. Yes. There you go. Makes it smoother. So anyway, it's worked for me. I mean, that's my whole goal. I had to adapt that mentality that I'm not chasing after losing weight. See, this is what we always do. We humans, we always have this thing where we want to chase the manifestation. Okay. And we can't do that, because if you chase the manifestation is going to run from you. And it doesn't mean you'll never get your hands on it, but you get your hands on it, it'll slip right out of your grip. It's going to be running from you. So the goal is not to chase after a fit body. The goal is to become addicted to fitness. That's a frequency change. The goal is to change this thing. The goal is to make running, jumping, working out, and being physically active so second nature to me that I just do it without thinking about it. That's the goal. Like, this is what I do. I go to the gym. I run 2 miles a day. I lift weights. That's just what I do. It's second nature to me. Just like any other routine. What's your morning routine? I just told you mine. Get up, sit here on the couch for 2 hours, play on my phone, you know, or what's one of your habits that you have throughout the day? You know, the goal is to make going to the gym one of those habits, one of those things that you just do without thinking about it. And then as soon as that gets programmed into you as a habit, and that takes a while, it takes a while. It took me a year to start programming it as a habit. Then a thin, fit body will manifest as a result of that frequency change. See what I'm saying? Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the key to the game, bro. That's the key to the game. But it's all doing a dance with the universe, because that is on a different level than the other levels of manifestation. If this makes any sense. It can get kind of convoluted and difficult to explain, kind of, sort of. But whenever we're talking about manifesting a different lifestyle, when you're wanting all these things out here to change, when you're wanting your outside world to change, that's going to be a reflection of what happens in here. Does that make sense? I'm still working on better ways to explain it. Still working on that for people who want to understand it, That's another thing you'll learn on the journey too. There's people who don't want to understand it. They don't want to understand it. But for those people who do want to understand it, I'm constantly working on ways of explaining it in a way that anybody can understand. After a certain point, though, you just got to get in and start doing it, Just got to get in and start doing it. So anywho, probably going to be getting out of here in a couple of minutes. I'm not going to do a full hour chat this morning. I just wanted to get on and say, what's up? I ain't been on here in forever. Been on here blabbing and chatting. I remember last summer I got on here every weekend. I'll try to see if I can make it a point to get on here a little bit more. But I mean, like I said, not a whole lot's changed. We done got married. We had the wedding. That's finally out of the way. Man, I'm going to tell you what, man, that was intense. I got a little video clips that I'm going to edit together and put on YouTube. But that was intense, man. Whew, I underestimated how intense that would be. I've been legally married once before, but that wasn't like a legit wedding. You know what I mean? That was like in the courthouse, So where you go in the courthouse, and that wasn't no fucking legit ass wedding. This was like a legit fucking wedding, dude. And that was intense. I cried like a bitch. I cried like a bitch, man. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm standing up there, right? And I'm nervous. I'm like, holy shit, this is way more intense than I thought it would be. I didn't really think it would be that intense, So I'm standing up there, and I got the piano music and shit playing, and I'm just standing up there. Me and Tracy, because she officiated it. I'm standing up there, and I'm just like waiting. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just standing up here waiting. And I'm like, I'm gonna hold myself together. I'm holding myself together. Then I look, and I forgot Leah did this. In the front row of seats, there was a sign on one of the chairs that said, "This seat is reserved for Doug and Jeanette Locke, who are visiting us from heaven." And I was like, oh shit, no, you did not. You know what I mean? That was like a kick in the stomach, to kick me right in the feels, dude. And then over there next to her, she had one for her grandparents too, because those were my grandparents, and they were right next to each other, for her grandparents and for mine. And that was like a kick in the feels. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like swallowing it. I'm like, I'm cool. Then everybody starts coming down the aisles, and my kids, man, they had on their little flower girl dresses and shit, and they had their little flowers on their head, and they're throwing the rose petals and shit. And that was like another kick in the feels. Like, fucking hey, dude, I've got to hold it together up here. And then here comes Leah with her dad walking her down the aisle, and I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it, man. I could not hold it together. That was so intense, dude. Dude, that was intense. That was one, and I just didn't think it would be. I don't know, man. That's seriously one of the most intense experiences I've ever had in my life. Super intense. I'm up there. I can barely repeat the fucking, like, what are they? The vows and shit, you know? Like, I'm trying to put the ring on her finger and I'm shaking and shit. Dude, it was intense. Super, super intense, man. But anyway, so yeah, that was on July 9th. That was our 3-year anniversary. That's another thing that was super cool about it, because me and Leah met for the first. Some of you who have been following me since the beginning, you probably remember when me and Leah met for the first time in Salt Lake City. You probably remember that, where I was living with Tina, and 2 weeks before, she had taken her daughter down to Salt Lake City to get on the airport to fly to Indiana to be with some family. So this is when her daughter was flying back, and we were picking her up from the airport down to Salt Lake City. And Leah agreed, because we had met just like a week before on the Instagram chat and whatnot. And I said, well, I'm going to be going down to Salt Lake. And we agreed to meet up. And that was on July 9th. So we kind of considered that, our like official anniversary. And then whenever we were looking for days to plan the wedding for 2022 at this place we go to, it was the Revere Golf Club. There was only 2 dates available for the whole year of 2022. And one of those dates was July 9th. And we're like, dude, that's it right there. That's fucking it. So anyway, yeah, we've had that. That's something that's changed since I've talked to y'all last. But other than that, for the most part, and that was like a week of, Tracy came and stayed with us for about a week, and there was family, and that was a real crazy week. And then getting back into the regular swing of things after that was a little bit, took us a week or two to get back in the normal swing of things. And, but other than that, everything's pretty much the same around here, pretty much for the most part. For the very most part. So, anywho. Yeah, it was cool, wasn't it? How do you remove someone from your energy? That it depends. A lot goes into that. A lot goes into that. You would have to figure out how. I mean, you want to figure, if you got somebody stuck in your energy, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. If somebody is like living in your head, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And it really, 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 really depends on the soul contract. It depends on a lot of different things. A lot of different things. But typically I usually kind of default to just a good old-fashioned energy transmutation. That's what I usually default to. Energy transmutation. So somebody's stuck in my energy. How can I use this to my advantage? How can I take that person, that experience, that connection, and use it? You know what I mean? That makes sense? I usually just default to a good old-fashioned energy transmutation. How can I use this as fuel? How can I see? Because I mean, the energy transmutation process, a lot of people kind of stop. I learned the lesson. Okay. Well, what are you going to do about that lesson you've learned? What do you mean? You don't want to just learn the lesson. Okay. In order to really fully untie from somebody and transmute the energy, you want to first learn the lesson, and then you take the lesson you learned and you use it in your life. Okay. Now, as long as you stay consistent doing that, that's going to start changing things in your life. Your life is going to start changing. And then as soon as your life starts changing, that's when you start expressing gratitude. I'm so glad that that thing happened to me. Thank you so much, universe. You know, because now I see these beautiful positive changes in my life that would not be there if this person didn't come into my life. See what I'm saying? The last step in the energy transmutation process is gratitude. That's the last step. It's three steps involved. The last step is gratitude. If you are not looking back on an experience that you had in your life, expressing gratitude for it, you're not done untying from it, you know? And that's just it. That's all there is to it. But that's like in a really extreme case. Those are the cases that are like really, really extreme, you know, when you have a connection with somebody and they just dominate your fucking thoughts, dude. I mean, you know, like I've told you all a million times, kind of like the connection that led me to the tarot. You know, I could still easily be bitching about that, you know, how I was strung along and breadcrumbed and you know, and all, I could still be playing the victim. But I chose to say, I am so thankful that that happened because this, and it wouldn't have, dude, there's no way. I would never have picked these fucking cards up if it wasn't for that. I never would have, you know. I transmuted the energy with this right here. But you have to start expressing gratitude. That's, like I said, that's in the extreme case, though. That's in the extreme case. There is no like one way to do anything. That's the thing. There's no like one way to do anything. Play around, start figuring shit out yourself. You know, that's another thing on the path that I think is very important, that everybody wants the one way to do this, the 5 steps to success, you know, the 3 easy steps to accomplishing this. And it's like, man, I mean, I'm not saying that if somebody has 5 steps to success, you shouldn't try it. Give it a shot, and you take out of it what works for you and chuck what doesn't. See what I'm saying? Like, you're powerful, dude. You are powerful. That's that's the thing that I struggle with the most. How, if there's only one thing that I would really want everybody to wake up and understand, it's how powerful you are. Nobody understands how powerful they are. Nobody understands it. Nobody really gets it. You know, that you are the one who decides how to clear somebody from your energy. You do that. Start playing around. Start playing around with it until you find something that works, you know? And then when you figure out what it was, see if you can replicate that. See if you can teach somebody else to do it, you know? You're powerful. My goal is to do the best that I can to help people understand exactly how powerful they are. Because, man, it's just this damn earth game we were born into is so good at brainwashing humans. So good at it. So damn good at it, man. And it's like a fire that burns in my soul to help people get out of that. Who want to? The people who want to. Because you and me both know that not everybody wants to. There are lots and lots of beings here who love the damn game. They're addicted to being a victim. They are addicted to being oppressed. They are addicted to being a fucking victim. And that right there is the definition of a 3D fucking human. You know, when you are trying to help somebody understand how powerful they are and they attack you, it's like, dude, how much do you love this fucking game, you know? There are some people who love this game. They love it. And they do not want anybody exposing the fact that it's a game. They do not want anybody waking up to how powerful they really are. You know, got news for you. Sorry, we're coming out of the 3rd dimension. Sorry about your luck. You go be a victim in your own little pitiful world if that's the game you want to play. Okay, but as for me and I would feel the overwhelming majority of the beings on the planet, we're coming up out of that game. I ain't playing that 3D shit no more, man. You go play it on some other planet. And they are too. They are trying to squeeze the last bit of 3D out of this game that they possibly can. And they will. And it's going to be annoying for those of us who are climbing up out of it. It's gonna make it drag on a little bit longer, but then if they want to continue playing in 3D, they will more than likely have to go find some other Earth-like planet, you know. So, anywho, y'all, it's about time for me to get up out of here. About time for me to get up out of here. Hang on. Howdy do. Gotta go see if anybody's awake here. No, everybody's still asleep. Okay. All right, time for me to get on out of here. I have no idea when I'll be on here next. I just wanted to get on and say what's up for the morning. Let's have a good week. Let's finish out this lazy Sunday and let's get prepped and motivated to smash the last week of July out. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a good day.